Definitely not the cleanest job.
Yeah, unfortunately a lot of these corns did go to waste this year.
You see, it's missing a whole bunch of feathers down the bottom.
This is going to be today's project, to neaten all of this up, pull out the weeds. This is where we used to have our potatoes, and some have come up again. And I did try to plant some sweet potato here, which has started to vine, so it's not doing bad. But this area is just a little bit overgrown with weeds. The chickens have had access to this. Even the strawberries are looking pretty sad. Straw here, give it some more nutrients. Weed this, maybe turn it into a flower bed, or even propagate some lavender and have it go all along the drain line. That would look quite cute. Not sure what I'll do yet. It does not take them long. Alright, we'll see if they work or not. Didn't take long, Hakia. It looks like something's been digging in this garden bed, which isn't ideal. Hope no chickens have been coming in here. These are all doing well. It looks like some of the cabbages actually are having a second shot at life. How good's that? So don't give up on plants yet. We do have a few plans for today. We are hoping to get down to the tip today. We're hoping to finish off the smoker if there's a chance, and also to start a couple of mushroom beds. So super excited to take you along for a few of those projects. Not sure if you'll see them all today or if you're going to see them over the next few weeks, but that's something definitely to look forward to. Hi Sean. Rainbow Sean. Come on. Come on. I think you're so handsome. Oh yeah. So this area here behind me, it's a nice shady spot. As you can see, it's very moist. It'll be quite warm and humid because of all of the trees around. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. This pumpkin vine really doesn't need to be here, so I'd rather get this under control and plant my mushrooms there. But as I'm cleaning up that area, I did just want to mention, I watched recently and someone spoke about having a dirty compost pile. A dirty compost pile is a pile where you put all your weeds, any plants that have like mildew or disease, so that all those things can still break down and compost, but you wouldn't necessarily put it onto your garden beds. You can put all of your weeds in there, you can put all of your grasses that have gone to seed. So essentially it's compost that you're going to break down, not for the purposes of using in your garden beds, rather using it around fruit trees or putting it down and then covering it up to kill all those weeds at the end of its cycle. So I'm going to create one of those, I think, maybe next to the mushroom bed. And then hopefully the mushrooms can head on over there. Otherwise, yeah, I'll be able to easily access it to put around the trees we have here. The idea behind this is that there is a lot of plant material that we're told not to put into our compost piles because it won't be good once we put in the garden bed. But then what are you supposed to do with all of that organic matter? Might as well use it. So this behind me needs to get under control. For some reason, the zucchini plant has decided to grow out instead of growing out this way. And you can see this side is just full of leaves that are going pretty yucky. Alright, so I neatened up two. I accidentally broke one at the stem, whether it was last time or this time, so I had to sacrifice it, but luckily I had a couple of starts, so I've popped them into the ground. They are ones that I neglected once again, and hopefully they'll take off. I know it looks pretty grim right now, but trust me, they do bounce back. This is the first time I'm experimenting with doing my zucchini vertically. It's definitely been something I've been forgetting about and not doing from the very beginning, so it has been harder. I think the next season we're going to start from the very beginning, tying them up the right way. That one I threaded to the opposite way. Yeah, and I'll keep you updated.
Pretty warm day today. I'm just getting the 1% done and spending my time inside doing the inside responsibilities, but I've noticed over the last day or two that the chook coop has gotten pretty nasty, so that's going to be my job for today, this afternoon, while it's warm. Definitely not the cleanest, most pleasurable job, but I'd rather the chooks have a nice clean coop, and I'm about to have a shower anyway, so I'm going to go clean off immediately. So I was just in the music room practicing my guitar, and I noticed one of the chooks got onto the balcony, and she's lost a lot of feathers on the back end, and then she pooed in front of me, and it was like diarrhea. So I'm making up a little bit of a concoction right now. She's still on the balcony. So what I've done is I've just got standard chicken food. I've added in a bit of apple cider vinegar. I've added in some kelp as well, and I'm gonna grate a garlic into it as well. And I'm just gonna give that directly to this chook. It might be worth actually catching her and putting her in the brooder. So I might actually even do that. I had noticed the feathers dropping off like maybe a week ago or so. This is me trying to just get ahead of any potential like issues. She's still acting fine, but yeah. So yeah, I just want to get ahead of this in case there is an issue with her. Chooks do go through these things, especially when it comes to season changes. But we like our chooks and we want them to be healthy. Here we go. Get into that. Looks like vomit.
So you see, she's missing a whole bunch of feathers down the bottom. It's alright, love.
Eris, relax. It's okay.
You want to check up it under here as well, because this is where the lice hide. You want to check these spots here, and where she's underneath the vent as well, you want to check there for lice. Really. It's okay, love. You just, if you hold them like this and keep them stretched out, they'll stay nice and calm until they try and lift themselves up. But yeah, she's missing quite a few feathers over here as well. So I definitely want to give her a health kick. We'll take her to the brooder. We'll give her some water. We'll give her that concoction, and we'll just keep an eye on her and try and improve her health levels. There you go. She might just toss this around in there, but that doesn't matter. We'll just pop it in there with her anyway. My goal is not to keep her here and repair her here, because she'll just stress out being separated from everyone. So the sheep are due for a move. You can see it's looking pretty short in there. I gave them a small paddock this time, but I want to show you where I'm moving them to this time. I've already set up the fence, but I'm moving them into where our wood pile is, because I would like to have more access in here. Plus, you know, the whole like terrified of snakes thing, and this is like, look at that. I was whippersnippering through here, and I just had that looming feeling of like something coming up behind me, you know. It's not pleasant. A few weeds, plenty of eucalypts to munch on. They like to eat the bottom of the leaves of all those trees. And then it just means I don't have to do that, which is just like why we got the sheep.
Eris, move away. 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 Go on.
Now I'd really like to take a moment here to watch and enjoy me waste a bunch of time to save myself maybe 10 seconds. I'm learning a lot from watching this back, but yeah, it just shows that it never pays.
Eris, round him up. No. Go. Yep. Go. Sheep, sheep. Come on. You gonna make me walk up the hill, man? Thank you.
Guys, I need to cut in on this video right here because something really hilarious just happened. I've been really stressed out over the last couple of days. Why have I been stressed out?
Because he couldn't find his keys.
Diane has no idea what's happened. All she knows is I've been frantically tossing the house upside down looking for them. But what did we just watch me do? I threw my keys to try and get the sheep to be attracted to a particular location to get them to move into the paddock. I never went and picked up my keys, and I just realized just then. Only me. Oh my God.
Down and almost ate it. Hi, Kai.
Yeah.
Hey, let me pet you.
Here they are right here. Unbelievable.
Alfie, are you pregnant yet?
That is relieving.
Alfie. Hey, sheep, sheep. Let me lift your tail. I think the udder's slower though.
Is it?
So a little garden update for you guys. I ended up pulling out the corn cobs. My pumpkins have reinvigorated themselves with some more water and some more rains. I must have been neglecting them when the rain stopped. My garlics have shot up, so heaps of them are growing. I'll be planting more of them. The greens are doing well, the broccolis are doing well. Yeah, looking good. So unfortunately I feel like a bit of an idiot when it comes to the corn. I left a lot of the stalks still up and going for far too long. So a lot of our corns, by the time we got to harvesting them, had already started to dry out and weren't really, I mean, they didn't look appealing. Not that we've tried to eat them, but the bug pressure this year has been awful. The motivation to come out, because there's been so little time between the rains, has been really awful. So yeah, unfortunately, a lot of these corns did go to waste this year, although they don't go to waste because they will go to our chickens, they will go to our compost piles. But as far as for eating, yeah, did not go to plan. So we currently don't have any tunnels on these, but our wonderful friend Anne has let us lend some of her tunnel material. So we'll be trying to cover these up a bit. I've been trying to come out often and just make sure that there isn't any caterpillars or anything on them. So far they've been doing pretty well. They're growing quite big at this point. My plan this weekend, as far as the garden goes, is to start clearing out the corn bed of all the weeds, getting it aerated again, get some fresh wood chips on if it needs it. I still have heaps at the back here with the tomatoes. I think tomato growing season is over. Some of them are trying to grow, but it's not working out. So I might as well start dedicating that space to the asparagus and the artichokes, some of those perennial veggies that I want to put in. And this corn bed still has heaps of pumpkins growing, so I might leave this one a bit longer. But as far as this one behind me, it's just looking a bit sad. Oh look, I've got a few corns here so I can show you guys what I mean by they're drying out and they're not very edible. That's what they're looking like on the inside. I think that's more a lack of water more than anything. I've been really bad with watering after all the rains.